Hi guys. Hey, we're going to do a reading lesson, and you will need a pencil or a pen and some paper. So if you don't have that, go ahead and pause the video right now and go ahead and run and get that, and then come back to me when you're ready. So the first thing we're going to do is practice our sight words, and I divided them into about half. So let's go ahead and try and say it before Miss McGivern does. Run, let, ran, did, had, am, big, his, sit, cut. Remember that one? Look, ask. Hold on. Ten, fast, red, yellow, went, up, six. Okay, last one. Little, little. That one's pretty tricky. Okay, got your paper? So the first thing we're going to do is fix our sentences. I wrote them bigger this time. So here's the first sentence. And listen to what it should say. It should say, 10 cats sit. So how many words is that? 10 cats sit. 10 cats sit. So it should be 3 words. So this is what I have. So what do you think's wrong with that sentence? And it's telling us that there's 3 things wrong. 10 cats sit. So you can go ahead and pause my video and try and write that sentence. 10 cats sit. Remember, capitals should only be at the beginning. You should always have an ending mark, such as a period, exclamation point, or question mark, and we should have finger spaces between our words. 10 cats sit. Okay. So the correct way of writing that would be, grab a whiteboard to write it on. And I'll kind of write it off here, and then I'll show it to you. So 10. What did I write here? In. Oops, it shouldn't be an I, should it? It should have the S sound. And 10 is one of our sight words. That's how we spell 10. 10. So there's 1. I'll put 1 tally mark. Now this one was supposed to be cats. 10 cats. What is wrong with that? I'll give you a hint. There's 2 things wrong. First of all, shouldn't be putting a capital in between our sentences, so it needs to be a lowercase. So that was one of them. And then cats. What does that word cat, oopsie, need for it to say cats? It needs an S at the end, doesn't it? Ats. So that was what was wrong, is it was missing an S. 10 cats sit. Well, we already have our 3, right? That's the correct way of spelling sit. And it has a period. So there's your correct sentence that says 10 cats sit. Okay, if you need to pause it to correct it, go ahead. We're going to go with our next sentence now. It should say, a big red dog runs. How many words is in that sentence? A big red dog runs. You think you know? Let's see. A big red dog runs. 5 words in this sentence. Okay, here's what I have. A big red dog runs. 3 mistakes. Can you find them all? A big red dog runs. 3 mistakes. Go ahead and pause it and try and do the correct writing, fixing those 3 errors. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you the correct way. The first thing that was missing is, what kind of a letter always starts the beginning of our sentence? We shouldn't have a lowercase a at the beginning. So we should have a instead of lowercase. So that was 1. Is there anything wrong with this one? Big, a big. Nope, nothing wrong. So we can just put a finger space and rewrite big. What about this one? Big red. Do you guys notice what's wrong with that word? This letter right here is what? Yeah, it's a B. Do we have a B sound at the end of red? No, it should be D. It's that D. Sometimes we get those mixed up, our D's and our B's. So there's our second error. A big red dog. Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think so. So we can just go ahead and copy it. A big red dog. What about this one? Runs. Boy, it sure sounds like it's going to end in Z, doesn't it? Runs. But do you remember what letter goes at the end of those action words? That it's a letter that sometimes sounds like a Z, but you're right. It should be an S. A big red dog runs. And then it had its period, so it was already there. But it should not be a Z. It should be an S, even though it sounds like it. A big red dog runs. Okay, let's do one more. This next sentence is, I look at the dog. So let's think, how many words is in that sentence? I look at the dog. Let's do it together. I look at the dog. 5 words. So here's my sentence. Looks like there's how many? 4 errors, 4 mistakes. I look at the dog. See if you can find all those 4 mistakes. Go ahead and pause it. Okay, now that you've come back, let's go ahead and rewrite it. So first thing is, what kind of a letter goes at the beginning of our sentences? A capital. And do we ever have the word I lowercased? No, whenever we're talking about yourself, I, it's always capitalized. It's the only one that's always capitalized, even if it's not at the beginning of the sentence. So there's one. Let's put a little tally mark. 1. I look. Look. Look is a sight word. Do you guys remember how to spell it? It's got those 2 little I's in the middle of it for look, which we are O's. I look. So look was spelled wrong. Good job if you caught that. I look at. Anything wrong with that? No. So we'll just go ahead and rewrite it. I look at the. Boy, it's spelled correctly, T-H-E, but what's wrong with it? You're right. It should not start with a capital. I look at the. What's going to be our last word? I look at the dog. And I needed to put a tally because we had to change our uppercase to a lowercase. Is there anything wrong with the word dog, friends? No. But we only have 3 mistakes. What's missing? Did we miss something? Oh, good job. If you notice that our sentence is missing an ending mark, you're right. I'm going to go ahead and put a period at the end of my sentence, and that gives us 4 things that we corrected. Nice job, guys. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some reading. We're going to read some words that have blends in them. Blends are like 2 letters, like S-N, SN, or D-R, dr. They can be at the beginning or the end of words like snake or drip. So these are longer than 3 letters, and they have some blends in them. So let's see if we can get these. So I'll cover up the picture like we do when we're at the reading table. And if you can sound it out and read it correctly, we'll make our ding, ding, ding sound. What's this one? Lips. Lips. Ding, ding, ding. What's this next one? Op. Drop. Like a drop of water. Give you a second to try and read it by yourself first. Ill. Spill. Uh-oh. Reminds me of Kit's friend, Fred, I think it was, that was spilling all over the place in that book. Spill. Next word. Golf. Golf. How many of you like golf? Okay. Try and read that one. S. Remember, when we have 2 letters are the same, it just makes one sound. We don't go sessa. S. Dress. Sometimes we learn in kindergarten that it's not a dress. It doesn't start with a j. It's a dress. Okay, next one. I wonder if some of you like to do this with your daddies. Maybe mommies. Okay, let's sound it out. Hunt. Do any of you go hunting for different things so that you can bring it back home and eat? Hunt. Okay. Oh, I like this one. These kind of people are my favorites. What is this word? Kids. Kids. Yay, kids. Okay, let's do a couple more. Grab. Grab. Okay, I'm going to put my speed helmet on. We're going to do it a little faster on these next ones. So see if you can try and read those quickly. Lamp. Lamp. Ding, ding, ding. Skull. Skull. Ding, ding, ding. This is what you do when you get to a stoplight. Oops, Miss McGivern said it. Stop. Stop. Jump. Jump. Grill. Grill. Yum, yum. Pump. Gotta pump up his tire. This makes me think of our nursery rhyme at the beginning of the year. Ends. 9, 10. Big fat hens. Og. Frog. And we're at our last one. Ag. Flag. Okay. Now we're going to read some aw words. What letter says aw? Hopefully you said O. So follow along with my pen here. These are in shamrocks. We're going to start up here and we're going to go across. So let's sound them out and then blend it. B-o-ok, block. B-o-ond, blonde. B-o-ot, blot. Oh, what does CH say? Ch-ch-op, chop. Let's read that real fast. Block, blonde, blot, chop. Let's go to this one. K-o-ok, clock. K-er-ok, crock. It's kind of like a crock pot. What your parents might cook food in that takes a long time to make is a crock. Okay, what's this one? K-er-op, crop. And last one, d-er-op, drop. Okay, let's speed it up. Clock, crock, crop, drop. This row. F-o-ok, flock. F-o-op, flop. F-er-ok, frock. F-er-og, frog. Let's go quickly. Flock, flop, frock, frog. Nice job. What's this one? Ost. Frost. Os. Gloss. Ot. Plot. Op. Prop. Let's go fast. Frost. Gloss. Plot. Prop. Last ones. Ooh, it's got a digraph. What does SH say? Shh. Shock. Shock. Op. Shop. Ot. Shot. Ot. Slot. Let's go fast. Shock. Shop. Shot. Slot. Whew, that was hard work. Good job, readers. Okay, last thing we're going to do today is a new reading book called Seth. Seth. TH says th. Seth. And look at it, he's jumping on his bed. And his bed says Seth. Seth. Let's see what Seth is up to. We'll just read the first story. Let's read it slow and sound out the words, and then we'll go back and read it faster. Okay, here we go. I'm going to get my pen again because that helps me. So follow along with my pen. This is Seth. Smith. Let's read that sentence again. This is Seth Smith. Seth is 10. Wow. 10 years old, is that like a third or a fourth grader? Something like that. Look at him jumping on the bed. It's the same as the front of our book, isn't it? So it says, Seth must get in bed at 10. Wow, 10 o'clock's pretty late, you guys. That's what time he goes to bed. What does it say here? Seth can jump. So let's go back. Seth can jump on his bed. Wow, do your parents let you jump on your bed? Seth can, but not past 10. Let's read that sentence one more time. Seth can jump on his bed, but not past 10. So once it hits 10 o'clock, he has to crawl into the covers and go to sleep. Seth can stomp. Let's go back. Seth can stomp and romp. Let's read that all again. Seth can stomp and romp. Do you notice some rhyming words? Stomp and romp have the same ending sounds, the same ending letters. And stand on his hands. And stand on his hands. Can you guys do that? Can you do a handstand? I wonder if they mean he does it on his bed. So let's go back and read that sentence again. Seth can stomp and romp and stand on his hands. Wow. But not past 10. Sounds like he can be really silly, but once it hits 10 o'clock, he has to go to bed. Last page. Seth's. When you see this little mark, it's called an apostrophe S. So that means that something's belonging to Seth. Seth's dad. So his dad belongs to Seth. Seth's dad gets mad if Seth is not in bed at 10. Let's read that a little quicker. Seth's dad gets mad if Seth is not in bed at 10. Do you think Seth's dad is mad? I don't think so, because he's in bed. Let's go back and read that one more time. You guys think you'd want to be friends with Seth? He seems like a pretty fun, active little boy, doesn't he? Okay, we're going to read it a little faster. This is Seth Smith. Seth is 10. Seth must get in bed at 10. Seth can jump on his bed, but not past 10. Seth can stomp and romp and stand on his hands, but not past 10. Seth's dad gets mad if Seth is not in bed at 10. Okay. Whew, that was a lot of stuff we did today, you guys. Nice job. Go back and rewatch it if any part of that went too fast. You guys can practice. That makes perfect. And I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll be posting a couple more videos next week. Bye, guys.